So to balance your partner's cortices, which updates the left and right hemispheres of the cortex brain, you use your hands as focusing tools, and one hand is going to be like a bridge that connects the two halves of the brain. You want to keep your fingers together for that bridge because you're highlighting cold spots, which indicate a reduced cellular activity, reduced oxygenation, just in general, cold spots that are inactive. So we're going to be enhancing optimization of both sides of the brain while also connecting the two sides together, softening the resistance in the corpus callosum so that both halves of the cerebral cortex can work together. The brain's kind of like a computer that's computing what's happening in the body. So we're optimizing the brain here. Have your partner take full inhalations and exhalations. So the breathing cycle is like a scanning tool for the homeostasis function of the body. So basically, as a person fully exhales, their innate wisdom is scanning the more dense frequencies of the body. That'd be like your bone tissues. As you're inhaling, you're going to scan through all of the other tissues in the body. So your muscles, your ligaments, your fascia, your skin, your blood, your lymphatic system, your lymphatic fluid, which is part of your immune system, all the way up to unexamined belief systems and emotions that are actually vibrating at different levels of tissues, molecules of emotion in various tissues of the body. So make sure your partner is fully breathing in and out. Your bridge hand is going to systematically cover all sections of the cortex up the midline all the way to the prefrontal cortex, and then the last bridge, you're going to use two hands for it, is going to be at the sides here, okay? And at each bridge position, your partner needs to fully breathe in and fully breathe out a couple of times while you're tapping over specific electromagnetic fields to create and save some changes and updates. So when you tap over the top of the head, you're tapping over an electromagnetic field that goes out a good 2 feet, measurable by current technology. So you're just going to gently tap. You want to evenly be contacting both sides of the brain in one motion. You don't want to be like kittywampus. You want to have, it's like imagine dropping a pebble into the pond. You want one pebble dropping into the pond. Same thing when you tap over the heart. There's a brain at the heart, a very sophisticated set of neurons here that creates a brain in the heart. And same thing at the myenteric and submucosal plexus of the small intestine. This is your gut brain. So you're going to tap over each of these three brains at each bridge. So we're going to start here. So my partner here is going to take some nice full breaths in and out. I'm focusing on connecting the two sides of the brain beneath this hand. So like these millions of little flashlights shining inside of the brain, highlighting cold spots, updating the brain's hologram of the body as it breathes fully in and out, tapping over the heart brain here. This is like hitting the save button. And then tapping over the gut brain, allowing the rest of the body's tissues to digest and integrate updates to the cerebral cortex. And then I'm going to go ahead and set up the next bridge right above the previous one. Again, he's continuing to fully breathe in and out. And my focus is on allowing cold spots to be highlighted. So warming them up. So allowing that, they say we usually only use maybe 4 to 10% of our brain. We're allowing that to expand while allowing the two sides of the brain to communicate together and work better as a team. And then tapping over the gut brain here. And I'm going to go ahead and cover the next bridge. So now these flashlights and this bridge hand are shining over the parietal lobes. This is home of the somatosensory cortex. There we go. And partners continue to take full breaths in and out, and I'm tapping over the heart brain to save the updates here. And tapping over the gut brain to digest and integrate. There we go. And then set up another bridge. Now we're at the postfrontal cortex. Very important area of the brain here. This is primary motor cortex. got flashlights shining from the palms of my hands into the center of my partner's brain. So we're covering here the temporal lobes, and also right where those flashlights would meet in the middle, this is called the limbic system, or the limbic brain. This is the emotional brain, so all little structures directly involved in the fight or flight response. So as he fully breathes in and out, he's going to be scanning exactly what's happening with the stress response or relaxation response. As he fully exhales, we'll be scanning through all of the different tissues and systems in the body that are being impacted by current emotional activity. So shining these flashlights, and I'm just focusing on that bridge as I tapping here over head and heart. So upgrading and saving the upgrades. I tap over head and belly, upgrading and digesting the upgrades, and then saving and digesting. I'm going to go ahead and repeat that one. So how much in harmony, in balance, and in motion can our emotional energy be? And how well the flow of emotion positively influence the physiology of the rest of the body? Tapping that in. So during times of stress, I recommend people do this every hour if they can. For sure, first thing in the morning, last thing before going to bed. Folks who have issues with digestion, go ahead and balance the cortices before eating a meal. Folks who have issues with willpower of what to eat, before you open up the fridge, balance cortices, and you'll generally make better decisions when you open up the fridge. And yeah, hope you find this helpful. Much love.